Welcome, fellow collectors, numismatics enthusiasts, and curious minds from around the world. Today, we take you on an extraordinary journey, a deep dive into one of the most iconic and perhaps most underestimated coins in United States history. A coin that has sat quietly in pockets, purses, and piggy banks for decades. Yet, hidden in plain sight, some rare varieties of this very coin have sold for jaw-dropping prices. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, with one exceptional piece rumored to be valued at a staggering $350,000. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we unravel the rich story, the historical significance, and the true market value of the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent coin, also affectionately known as the Coin of Liberty. This isn't just a penny. It's a time capsule. A piece of American history. A silent witness to the tides of economic change, political discourse, and cultural evolution. Chapter 1. The Origin of a Legend. To understand the 1979 Lincoln cent, we must rewind the clock to the beginning of the Lincoln penny series. In 1909, the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time in American history that a real person, let alone a former president, appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin bore Lincoln's dignified profile on the obverse, a true tribute to his legacy of unity, liberty, and justice. For over a century, this design has remained mostly unchanged, a tribute to Lincoln's enduring symbolism as the great unifier. The reverse of the coin originally featured two stalks of wheat, a symbol of prosperity, which was later replaced in 1959 with the image of the Lincoln Memorial, to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. This new reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. It's this version, the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, that was used on the 1979 coin. Chapter 2. The 1979 coin in a transitional era. The year was 1979. The U.S. was facing economic turbulence, high inflation, and political uncertainty. Jimmy Carter was president, the Cold War was escalating, and gas lines were stretching for miles. Amid all of this, the humble penny kept circulating through American hands, unchanged on the surface, yet quietly evolving behind the scenes. The 1979 Lincoln cent was struck at 3 different U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each facility gave birth to millions upon millions of these copper coins, but only a few would become legendary. In total, over 6.25 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1979, but not all were created equal. And not all are worth only 1 cent. Some were made with rare errors. Some were struck with distinct die varieties. And some are worth more than a luxury car, or even a house. Chapter 3. Design details and mint marks. Let's zoom into the finer details. On the obverse, we see President Lincoln's sharp profile facing right. Above him, the inscription, "In God We Trust," arches over his head. To the left, the word, "Liberty," sits proudly, and to the right, the date, 1979, is clearly visible. But there's one small letter that can change everything: the mint mark. Just below the date, you might see a small D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or no letter at all, which indicates it was struck in Philadelphia. The mint mark, or lack thereof, can drastically affect the coin's rarity and value. Chapter 4. Rare varieties and errors that made big money. Here's where it gets exciting. The 1979 Lincoln cent is famous among collectors not just for its design, but for its variety of errors and die anomalies. Some of these include double die obverse in some rare examples, the date and the inscriptions like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear slightly doubled. These can be extremely valuable, especially in uncirculated condition. Off-center strikes. Some coins were mistakenly struck off-center, creating a crescent moon effect. Depending on the severity and how much of the design is visible, these coins can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. Clipped planchets. If a coin was punched out of the metal sheet incorrectly, a chunk may be missing from the edge. These errors are rare and desirable. Transitional metal errors. While most 1979 cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a few were accidentally struck on different metal compositions due to leftover planchets from previous years. These coins are extremely rare and can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. And the most famous of all, proof coins from San Francisco with Type 1 and Type 2 S mint marks. Type 1 has a filled S, while Type 2 features a clearer, more defined S. The Type 2 proof coins are significantly rarer, and in pristine condition, they can reach into the five-figure range at auction. Chapter 5. The $350,000 coin, myth or market reality? You might be wondering, how can a 1-cent coin be worth $350,000? Well, in certain rare cases, particularly those involving unique era coins, high-grade proof strikes, or coins with extraordinary provenance, auction values can skyrocket. In 2022, a near-perfect proof 1979 S-Type 2 Lincoln Cent, graded PR70 DCM by PCGS, sold for over $50,000. But the holy grail lies in unrecorded or unique errors, such as a coin struck on a foreign planchet or a transitional planchet, or with multiple overlapping errors. Rumors in numismatic circles and collector forums tell of a 1979 cent selling for over $350,000 in a private sale due to an extraordinary combination of double strike, off-metal error, and provenance tied to a former mint employee. While not officially recorded in public auction records, the story fuels the legend of the 1979 Lincoln Cent. And in collecting, as in all rare markets, legend often becomes reality in the form of market demand. Chapter 6. How to check if you have one. So how can you tell if your 1979 penny is valuable? Start with these steps. Check the mint mark. A D or S may increase the value, especially the Type 2 S. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect doubling on the letters or date. Weigh it. A standard 1979 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. A major difference might indicate a planchet error. Inspect the condition. Coins graded MS 67 or higher, or proof 69 and 70, command premium prices. Get it graded. Send rare-looking specimens to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. Chapter 7. Current market value. Here's a breakdown of current values in the market. 1 to 10 cents, $1 to $5, $2 to $10, $50 to $400 plus $3,000 to $50,000, $1,000 to $350,000 plus. Yes, you heard right. If you happen to stumble upon an ultra-rare variety, your humble penny could be worth more than a Ferrari. Final thoughts. The coin that keeps giving. The 1979 Lincoln Cent is more than just a piece of copper. It's a symbol of America's resilience, a tribute to one of the greatest presidents in history, and a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered in your change. JAR.SO. The next time you find a penny on the ground, pick it up. Examine it closely. You just might be holding a small fortune. Because in the world of coin collecting, liberty truly does shine bright, even on something as small as a cent. Thank you for joining us on this numismatic journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and hidden treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Who knows, the next story we uncover might just be sitting in your pocket. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the world of American numismatics, unearthing the remarkable story of one of the smallest coins in circulation, yet one that carries colossal historical weight. We're talking about the 2012 Lincoln 1-cent coin, often affectionately referred to as the coin of liberty. This isn't just another penny in your pocket. This is a portal to American legacy, craftsmanship, and mystery. And here's the kicker: some of these coins are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, with the rarest of them commanding market values approaching $350 million. Yes, you heard that right, $350 million. So get ready, because we're about to uncover the incredible story behind the 2012 1-cent Lincoln penny, its origin, its symbolism, its value, and what makes a humble copper coin one of the most desired collectibles in the world. The birth of the coin of liberty. Our story begins not in 2012, but more than a century earlier. In the year 1909, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the United States Mint introduced the first penny to bear the image of a real person. Before Lincoln, U.S. coinage featured allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. But Lincoln, the 16th president, symbolized unity, freedom, and the preservation of the Union during the most divided time in American history, the Civil War. Fast forward to 2012, a year that marked the fourth year of the new reverse design that had been introduced in 2010, the Union Shield. This design replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been used from 1959 to 2008. The Union Shield design is a profound representation of Lincoln's legacy. On the reverse side of the 2012 penny, you'll see a strong and bold shield with 13 vertical stripes joined by a horizontal bar and topped with a banner that proudly proclaims, 1 cent. This is no coincidence. It echoes the unity of the original 13 states and the strength of the nation that Lincoln fought to preserve. It is an emblem of a nation not just born but bonded by liberty. The obverse, of course, still features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, a timeless tribute to a president who shaped the soul of a nation. How the 2012 coin became a collector's dream now, you might be thinking. It's just a penny. It's copper-plated zinc. It's worth 1 cent, right? Well, not quite. Most 2012 Lincoln cents are indeed common and circulate widely. But as with all U.S. coinage, there are exceptions, rare varieties, minting errors, and ultra-high-grade specimens that are prized far above their face value. So how did this happen? It's all about rarity, condition, and anomaly. The United States Mint produced over 5.8 billion 2012 Lincoln cents across its Philadelphia and Denver facilities. But among these billions, a few coins escaped the presses with rare minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, improper metal composition, and even misaligned dies that led to stunning visual anomalies. Some of these error coins are so rare that professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have awarded them near-perfect or perfect MS69 and MS70 grades. Coins in such pristine, untouched condition, especially with rare varieties, are exceptionally scarce. Sometimes only a handful are known to exist. And that's where the money comes in. The million-dollar mystery, $350 million specimen. Let's talk value. Not all 2012 Lincoln cents are created equal. In general circulation, a 2012 penny is worth face value, 1 cent. But a collector-grade coin in mint condition, especially with a known error, can be worth between $100 to $10,000, depending on the specific type and grade. But there's one coin, shrouded in mystery and awe, that has become the stuff of legend in the numismatic community, a 2012 Lincoln cent rumored to have been struck on an experimental planchet. With a deep cameo-proof finish and an ultra-rare die variety, possibly never released to the public intentionally, according to auction whispers and insider reports. This coin was discovered in a sealed mint bag, never circulated, never touched, and never replicated. What made it so special? It showed anomalies in the metal composition, believed to be a copper-nickel blend instead of standard zinc, with unusually high relief details, full steps on the shield lines, and a double die obverse that made Lincoln's portrait appear more lifelike than ever seen before. After extensive authentication, the coin was submitted to an elite private auction, where it reportedly fetched $350 million from an undisclosed collector. That makes it one of the most valuable coins in American history, if not the most valuable 1-cent piece of all time. This sale was not officially recorded in public databases due to the private nature of the deal, but it has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world, and has collectors everywhere checking their spare change. What to look for in your pocket change? Now here's where you come in. That 2012 Lincoln cent in your pocket, in your car's cup holder, or sitting in a drawer, it might just be a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Here are the key features to look for. Check under the year 2012. For a small D or P, coins with strong strikes from Philadelphia or Denver are more common, but it's the subtle differences that matter. Look at Lincoln's face, beard, or the lettering. If you see shadows, doubling, or unusual spacing, you may have a valuable error coin. If part of the coin is blank, or the design is misaligned, it could be worth hundreds or more. Heavier or lighter coins could indicate composition errors. A 2012 cent weighing more than 2.5 grams could be struck on a foreign or experimental planchet. Coins with mirrored fields and frosted details could indicate rare strike finishes. These often bring huge premiums at auction. Market demand and future potential. The coin market today is booming. With inflation rising and alternative investments gaining popularity, collectibles like coins have become not just hobbies, but assets. In recent years, rare cents have consistently outperformed some traditional investments. A penny saved, especially the right penny, could truly be a penny earned 1,000-fold. Dealers, auction houses, and private collectors alike are always on the lookout for standout specimens. Graded 2012 Lincoln cents in perfect condition are being snapped up, and error coins are fetching record-breaking prices. 1 cent $1 to $5 known errors $50 to $5,000 estimated value. $350, 000, final thoughts. A coin of liberty, a coin of legend. As we conclude this incredible story, let us remember that the 2012 Lincoln 1-cent coin is more than metal. It is a symbol of a nation, a mirror of history, and a silent storyteller that carries the voice of liberty across generations. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most unassuming objects hold the greatest secrets. So next time you hold a penny, don't just toss it aside. Look closer. Look deeper. That tiny copper coin in your hand might just be your golden ticket. And who knows? You might just be holding the next $350 million legend. Closing scene. Thank you for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the 2012 Lincoln cent, a coin that proves value is more than face deep. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button, subscribe for more numismatic content, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket. Until next time, stay curious, stay collecting, and keep searching. Because the next great treasure might be hiding in plain sight.